Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to Eat the Damn Cake. I am Carly.
And I am Maddie.
Welcome back to episode 16. It is our
Sweet 16, baby cakes.
It is our Sweet 16. And to
Sweet 16.
I know. So obviously we couldn't just have our Sweet 16 and not go above and beyond because
obviously not.
I am a V dramatic person.
We're a little extra.
A little high maintenance, if you will.
A little extra in your coffee, if you know what I'm saying.
So one of a couple weeks ago, we got a DM from one of I knew her as a writer, but also a listener.
Amazing.
Asking to make a cake for us.
Yes,
because
a queen, if you will.
She picked it up over quarantine and she's like, yeah, it's just like a little hobby I picked up. Look, go to the YouTube right now and take a look at this mother effing cake.
Imagine if a hobby you picked up turned into this.
It is gorgeous. Like, this cake is unbelievable.
Like, it looks like it should be on any of those cake shows.
Yeah.
Like Cake Boss, or I'm just saying any hobby I've ever picked up has never resulted in me being good at it. Like,
no, same.
I'm like, I'm going to pick up painting, or I'm going to pick up learning how to play guitar.
Seen you paint a day in your life, or play guitar.
No.
I've tried to teach her guitar, actually.
I'm too impatient for all of that. Like, she just is a natural born talented baker.
Yeah, no.
She has macaroons on the top of this freaking thing.
We will post a picture of it on Eat the Damn Cake and tag her. So if you need any cake,
special occasion,
any at all, like
she does like gender reveal. Yes. She does weddings, I'm sure.
I mean, it's a hobby she picked up, and so now I think she's trying to make more out of it.
People are definitely contacting her
1,000% because it is absolutely stunning. So
she's very
Katrina,
gorgeous to me.
Thank you so much for our Sweet 16 cake. It is so beautiful, and we're gonna cut into it a little bit later in this episode.
Yeah,
Maddie hasn't stopped staring.
Salivating.
All we asked was for funfetti, and then she just took it to.
She just came out with this
the next level.
Thing.
So
how was the week? How was it?
It was good.
It's been a week.
It has been a week. Yeah, I mean,
what's going on, Kat?
You know, I feel like sometimes I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel for content because we are still in a pandemic.
Still not living.
So I need people to just like bear with me as I tell another story about my dog. So Duke,
Carly's like, I have a story for this week. I'm like, great. Should have known it was a Duke story.
Well, it relates back to mom.
Okay.
So Duke is the love of my life, as everyone knows. And he has this one toy that is absolutely the worst toy we've ever gotten him. And I didn't even like get it for him.
Who got it?
We were at PetSmart and he just picked it up and walked out with it.
It's
and
I went toy from hell.
And I went back in to like pay for it because I was like, sorry, my dog just stole from you guys. Like, he just like
picked it up,
put
started
it in his mouth and just left. And so this toy is the only toy he hasn't destructed. And I'm telling you, this dog destructs. Like, he is the most
destroys.
Yeah, I don't know where I
mean, he's causes destruction.
Yeah, but not to anything else besides his toys. Like, he's very good at keeping it.
There's been a couple times.
In
my room.
Your remote, because
he chewed my remote.
But he left it next to you left it on your bed next to a toy.
Okay.
So he just was like, choo 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 toy, choo 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 remote.
Okay.
Anyways, so this toy that he has is the loudest squeaking toy. Like, you could press it into it like a centimeter and it's like
it's just a squeak toy, and any small like little bite or nibble, it's so distracting.
It's ear piercing.
You can't talk in the same room that he's chewing on it because
he wants to be like
like just constant.
Like constant.
It's awful.
So anyways, I said to my mom that I want to just go over with a scissors or a knife and just pop it and just like get rid of it. And I was like, but that would break his little heart. And then I go, Mom, remember that time we were driving in the car and Maddie had this voice changing toy and me and you were fighting over it in the back and Mom ripped it out of our hands and threw it out the window of the car.
Did she?
Yes.
A voice changing toy?
Yeah, it was like one of those stupid voice changing toys you win in like elementary school for like getting box tops in or something like that.
I kind of vaguely remember the toy.
We were in the backseat fighting over it because we both wanted to play with it. And she's like, enough, and took it and threw it out the window.
I feel like I inherited that from her.
And then you cried and she felt so bad. And she was like, I'm a terrible mother. But that's how I felt when I wanted to take scissors.
You didn't.
But I didn't. But I debate doing it every day. But now he lost it in the snow. So we are good.
We're good until the snow melts.
Yes.
That's so funny.
And
Colleen.
I literally thought of that the other day.
Did you tell her? What'd she say?
She literally was
like, I still stand by it.
No, she still feels bad that she did it. And I was like, Mom, we clearly forgot.
Not hanging on to it.
Yeah, but it was just so funny because she, like, that's something I would do. Like, take it and throw it out the window. I guess we have
similar temperaments because I've done that to Nick before. I have thrown something out of his window.
Yes, you have.
Out of pure anger. And I won't throw him under the bus. But if he's listening, which he probably isn't. I mean, actually, he did listen to last week's episode.
Yeah,
so
did Joe. Yeah. I'm like, all of a sudden, a mail comes on it.
All of a sudden, they're interested in our podcast. I had to literally pull tooth and nail.
When a guy comes on and talks about his shirtless Insta pics, they're like, oh, perking
shout out
up.
Pickles.
Yeah, shout out Pickles.
I think Nick listened because I harp on it every week. I'm like, did you listen? I talked about you again. Like, and even if I didn't talk about him, I'm like, I talked about you again. He's like, you did? What'd you say? I'm like, can't tell. Sorry.
Go take a listen.
But yeah, I threw something out of his window out of just pure anger. And I'm like, okay, so now I know where I got it from. Thanks, Mom. Colleen, shout out. Queen. I'm trying to think. I have no updates. I honestly I think I need a walker or a cane.
Someone get this girl
or a back
wheelchair.
brace. Maybe just, I don't know, start searching on the black market for a new spine if they sell those. I hear they sell.
No, but you should do stem cell transplant.
Yeah, I don't really know what's happening right now. I blew my back out again on Monday. I am on the up and up. I was bedridden all afternoon Monday, all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Woke up with some relief. Shout out to my acupuncturist in Cairo. I bother them with my problems every freaking day. I'm like, hey, can't move again. Hey, oh my God, it's me. Bedridden again. They're like, what's happening? I'm like, I'm 23. I don't know.
If anyone knows an orthopedist who is accepting new
patients, please let me know. I desperately need help. But shout out to everyone for their tender, loving care. Except Carly. No, I'm just kidding.
Somehow, so Maddie was like, do you mind like cupping me yesterday? And somehow I did it, but still maneuvered her to be able to cup me too.
Yeah, so I'm certified in cupping. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's a godsend.
It's like those like.
And I was cupping like my IT bands and I was like, Carly, can I just like place them while you pump them for me? And she's like, yeah, because it's too awkward for me to maneuver at the moment. And she's like, oh, could you just like throw a couple on my back or like throw a couple on my shoulders? I'm like, sure.
Yeah. I guess he's like bedridden. I'm
literally bedridden. And she's like, can you like just pump a couple for me? I'm like, okay.
I don't know how I maneuvered that, but I walked out of that and was like, nice job, Carl.
I don't know how either, but I am feeling better, everyone. I'm able to walk. Nobody asked if Carly was feeling better. But I have not exercised in like, it's like 2 weeks and I'm mentally struggling and I just need everyone to know like I'm okay and things will happen and injury will set you back. And I feel like I keep getting into my head a lot being like, you haven't exercised, like you have to be careful about what you're eating. And I keep sitting there, I'm like, chill, literally chill. I know.
Do you even listen to Eat the Damn Cake?
Well, here's the thing though.
That's
I feel like all of us, like we talk about it all the time, like, and it really does. We all have the little devil on our shoulder that will always try to like impede in us and be like, hey, you know, you need to watch out what you're eating. Like you'll gain weight since you're not working out. And I'm like, wait, I don't give a shit. Like I'm taking care of my body. I'm taking the rest that it needs. And, you know, a lot of people that I've been talking to throughout this, so like maybe it was your body telling you to like chill the fuck out for a second. Cause you know, we live very active lifestyles. We pretty much never stop moving. And my body clearly is just like, can you just stop? Thanks. Anyways. But yeah, that's been my week. And so far, last week, tried to go to Lookout Farm in Natick with Nick, and we got a snowstorm. So,
yeah,
you know, that is it. Boring. I know. Our lives are not that fun yet. Maybe they'll get more fun as the years go on.
Mine's starting to get fun. I taught on the Cape last week, and you know my Cape people. They're absolutely
angels.
I was going to say psychotic in the best way.
Oh, okay.
No, they're like
they love Carly a lot in her classes.
They love everyone a lot. Like, here's the thing. You go down to the Cape and you feel like a celebrity. I go to Wellesley Silence because it's just like not as lively there. There's only 16 bikes in the room, and so people feel a little bit more awkward.
Carly's like, I walk in feeling like a celebrity, and then Wellesley, silence.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I am not a celebrity there. No, I'm just kidding. I love all three studios, and it's amazing being back at all three studios. Like, I feel like I finally have more structure to my day now, and it's so nice to have that back because that's what I was lacking much
Forever.
recently, and I feel like it really did impact my mental health the last couple months.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it, but then you like show up to the few classes you do teach, and you have to be so on it because you're like, okay, these people are so excited for these couple classes, and I like, even though I'm not back in my routine, like I need to like get there to mentally. And I feel like finally I'm starting to like get back into my groove again and like feel really happy and really positive and really present with every single class I teach. So
Great. That's awesome.
She's looking at me funny.
I'm just listening. I'm intentionally listening. I'm looking in the eyes and listening. I said, that's awesome.
All right. Yeah, no. So I'm just saying, to be like, last week was my first full week back at all three studios, and it was so exciting, so great. You walk into the Cape House, their energy is unmatched. Warehouse has been really great too. I just think Wellesley's on the quieter side. I love them.
It's okay.
Maddie's like, you're talking shit about Wellesley. I'm not
No.
talking shit about Wellesley. I love Wellesley, but they're a little bit quieter.
That's all
in
right.
comparison to the other two.
Well, great. I'm glad you found your groove again. Moral of the story.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling happier. I'm
you.
slightly depressed, but that's okay.
We have everything.
Ebbs and flows, baby. We're getting there. So this week, there is not a hell nah or hell yeah, but we have a really important topic that I feel like we've grazed the surface of with a couple of our hell yeah, hell nahs, and I think it's just important that we talk about it. And I put a little like question box on what just happened? Eat the damn cake last night. And it was talking about, if we equate our exercise or workouts as successful or non-successful based on calorie count. And I'm just going to bounce that question to you, Carly. How do you feel about it? Do you...
Well...
Be honest.
To be completely honest,
be raw.
I wore the Apple Watch originally, like back, I don't know,
way back
4 or 5 years ago. Took it off because I didn't like how it was like stand up. I was like, fuck off. You know what I mean?
You're like buzzing you. It's like you've been sitting for 3 hours. I'm aware.
My heart rate would get high because I'd get anxious. It would be like breathe, and I would be like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't really like the Apple Watch because of the rings. Like, it really bothered me. So then when we did the Whoop for 6 months this summer, which I really did enjoy for the strain and recovery part of it, I didn't love that it showed our calories because I became kind of obsessed with it. And I was like, ooh, like I've never been one to actually care about calorie count or like equating it to a workout. And I have to say, I'm based on feeling. I'm not about the calories when you work out. I took the Whoop off. I took the Apple Watch off. I wear nothing. And my
all
workouts,
fitness trackers count calories.
And no, exactly. And I just like decided that for me, for my mental health, for my like lifestyle, it's best for me just to not
have it.
I'm
just leave it.
Based
leave
on
it
feeling.
alone. Yeah.
Based on feeling, because you know what? There are going to be workouts that feel really freaking good, and then there are going to be that you're like, oh, that was a little easy. Maybe I'm getting stronger.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
And that's what I like to go based off of.
Well, I feel like let's quickly just say, because we got so many people responding.
Which thank you.
Thank you for your input, because it really helps us get a good understanding of like the majority of like how people feel. Let's normalize this. Majority of people, they focus on their calories.
Yeah.
And it's not I want to say it's not a bad thing. Like let's say, in the sense, like you're not broken because you focus on it.
But a lot of people responded and said, yeah, like I focus on my calories like it was a bad thing. And
we're not trying to say it's a bad thing.
No. And if that's how your mind thinks and deems a workout successful for you, then great.
Well, There's like the catch here, right? Like this is why we're talking about it, to try to give you a different mentality of like why you don't need to focus on it. Like we all do, but if you're listening right now, we're going to try to break it down to you in the sense of like, you know, it's just interesting because I was talking to one of my friends about it. She responded and we had a conversation about it. And we're like, why is it so psychological for us to focus on that? Like, you know, every time I take a spin class, I'm like, oh, like I burned 500 calories during that. That was a great workout. But then I'll go PR in a lift, like personal record in my lift. And I lift the heaviest I've ever lifted before. Burn like 150 calories in that. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't that good. But one of them, I just had like an average workout. And one of them, I did the most amazing lift I've ever done in my life. But why is that one less successful than the other one? Just because my calories were less, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard because everyone that did say calories, they were like frowny face or like, unfortunately that. And I get it. But let's try to look at...
But look at the way like society has set you up to think that way. Like every single fitness tracker focuses on the calorie burn.
Right.
It's never like, how did you feel during this workout?
Right. And actually, the Whoop is the only fitness tracker I've ever found that asks me for my input after I exercise. Being like, how do you feel? What did you do? Did you finish it? Were you able to finish it? And I chose the Whoop because you can't see anything on it. It's literally just like a little baby attachment on your arm and there's no screen. And the way it doesn't affect you during your workout.
Yeah, it doesn't.
First thing I want to touch upon is the Apple Watch. This is the most used, I would find, in every answer that said, I unfortunately do focus mostly on the calories during my workout as much as I try not to. Everyone responded pretty much saying, I have an Apple Watch. And the thing about it is it has 3 rings, the move, the stand, and the activity exercise ring. And a lot of people are like, I have to fill all 3. 1, 2, you can set the amount of calories as your exercise ring. I remember because I'd be like 800. I'm like, why the hell is that number like so important to me? Like that I fit it and like fit it into my day. So I did some research last night on just calories in general. Like, why is 1 calorie not always equal to 1 calorie? Which sounds so random and like a trick. But our bodies, and this is going to get a little scientific, but I always like to add in scientific research behind my whys. Calories, your body uses calories differently. Calories from a carb, calories from a protein, calories from a fat. All different. And it also takes your body a different amount of calories to metabolize it. So even when we're eating, it takes calories to burn off other calories, if that makes sense. So when you're eating like different kinds of calories, it might take your body, say you eat 1 calorie. This is not scientific at all. I'm just using this to make it easier to understand. You eat 1 calorie of fat, it might take like 8 calories from your basal metabolic rate, which is what is burning these calories off and digesting them, to digest it. So we have this thought already, like when we're putting food into our body, we're like, oh, I need to burn this many calories in my exercise to earn it, which is like the most painful way to eat and exercise and live. So first of all, you don't even know how many calories it's taking to burn when you've put it into your body. Well, that's 1. And 2, we also have this thing where when you work out, and like we can speak to this a lot, you do a lot of cardio and spin and everything and a lot of lifting.
Yeah.
So sometimes your lifting workouts aren't going to show as much burning as your cardio ones because your heart rate's just going to be different. So even though you burned, say, 500 in your spin workout and only like 100 in your lift workout, and they were like almost the same amount of time, you're going to continue burning calories throughout the entire day from that lift workout and from that spin workout. So you can't take a total from it. A couple ways I will urge you to look away from it, and, you know, Carly, add in whatever you feel like is a good tip too. Don't track your workouts. So on your Apple Watch, we all get into that habit of like, and I, you know, when I used to have it, be like, oh wait, like you start working out and you're like, oh wait, I need to scroll up and click whatever workout I'm doing. Try not to do that. Just
I think that's easier said than done.
No,
though.
and I agree. And I
For
that's
people
why
who
I'm
are
saying
in the habit
challenge
of, like,
yourself. Maybe one workout a week, don't track it. And then 2 workouts a week, don't track it. Because I think it's like fighting that psychological barrier.
Well, I would say yes, that, but also stop paying attention to numbers and focus more on how your body is feeling overall. For example, the number on the scale doesn't matter.
Well, don't weigh yourself.
Yeah.
Just don't weigh yourself.
We tell all of our personal training and small group training clients, don't weigh yourself. Don't weigh yourself. If anything, you're going to feel like you're going to notice your clothes fit better. Things like that. For like anyone who is looking to achieve some sort of weight goal, that is like what you will do. But if you are just looking to maintain, if you're looking just to get healthy, move your body more, stop focusing so much on numbers on those fitness trackers. I think you need to focus more on like for example, when we were talking with Kara, like your heart rate getting lower because it's feeling healthier, like things like
when
that.
You're sleeping, you'll notice like
you sleep better.
You're sleeping better. Your appetite's better. Like
yes,
the outside cues. So and I also did research on the ACE website from like personal training and stuff, and they're saying how one person can walk for a certain amount of time and burn 300 calories, right? And then one person can do a HIIT workout and burn 300 calories there too. The difference in this is, say they do it for 300 days consecutively. The person who's doing the HIIT workouts may come out, let's say, more physically fit. They'll have more reaction to those workouts because of the different muscles they're using and the different variability of their heart rate while they're doing that HIIT workout. Yes, they were both working out 300 calories each every single day. The reason why you shouldn't base it off of calories is because just because this person was burning 300 calories in that workout didn't mean they gained a specific level of fitness. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm not saying walking's not great. That's not the point of it. What I'm saying is each workout is different. Each workout you're going to gain different things from. Yeah. So the calories actually aren't meaning shit.
No, exactly.
So you're going to get stronger in one and cardio in the other.
So it just doesn't make sense why calories is the main focal point of what you're burning.
It's scary. And I feel like it's because we've grown up in this world, right, where all the nutrition facts are on let me look how many
calories.
Yeah, we're all like
it's in big, no matter what nutrition label you look at. Number one is calories and the number next to it, and it's the biggest thing on there. And it's like, why is that so important? Why don't they put like protein?
Yeah, like
you know what I mean? Like
the things, minerals.
I just said like 42 times in that 1 minute.
That's all right.
So sorry, everyone.
But,
I heard it for myself and I annoyed myself with it. So
and a lot of people, said calories, eat. And some people said calories because like I do macros and I like to track all of my food, and that's fine too. We're not saying what you're doing necessarily is wrong, but if you feel like it's psychologically detrimental to your exercise, because I remember at one point in my life I was literally like, I only burned this many calories, so I shouldn't go home and eat my pizza. And I feel like it's that change and shift for me that I'm like, okay, I don't even really look at it anymore. I look at my strain, I look at my recovery, and like that's what
you slept,
right,
your
that's
HRV.
what I base what I can do that day off of. And like how successful my workout was is, hey, like, did I get to go up in weight today, or did I like feel less winded during the cardio set? Like, that's what you want to try to start focusing on, which a lot of people do, which is amazing. And strain, feeling, performance, the amount you sweat was a lot of what other people said.
Oh, wow.
How out of breath you were during it. And, some people go calories burned for sure, as awful as it feels to admit it. And I feel like it was good that we put this out there.
It's almost eye-opening to people.
It is. And a lot of people are like, shit, I feel like it's easy
people
for us to
hyper focus
brush
on
it
calories.
aside. Yeah.
And like go down a rabbit hole of like,
oh my God.
For example, like that there are people who were like, yeah, I wear the Apple Watch and the Whoop. I know people who do both.
Love it.
But like, see the difference between how accurate it is.
Yeah, and a lot of people too are like, I feel like the Apple Watch isn't accurate at all, and that's just the thing right there too, which is like you don't have to focus on it because it's probably wrong. And even the Whoop, I do feel it's pretty accurate.
It is, yeah.
Let's be real here. Our bodies have something going on inside there. A wearable fitness tracker is never going to be 100% correct.
Never.
And you just have to kind of give yourself grace with that, and also realize, like we are always saying, there's so much more to exercise and being active than the calories.
Yes.
Just know that. And just because you didn't burn a certain amount doesn't mean you're not worthy of your dinner, of your dessert, of whatever you were planning on eating that day.
Eat
the damn
cake.
I'm going to actually saw into this while we
You
talk
are?
about it. Yeah.
All right.
Just to celebrate this conversation.
Yeah.
I haven't worked out in 2 weeks because of this.
Eat
and
the damn cake.
I'm cutting into this gorgeous cake
Wow.
to celebrate the fact that I'm giving myself
If you're on YouTube,
time
you are
to-
watching.
to recover.
And
we're
I'm gonna,
just-
we're just gonna get
Just
right
gonna
in
take
there.
this moment. There's a macaroon on this flippin' cake. All
I
right.
love it.
Here I go.
Great. Get in there.
I'm gonna turn my mic. I'm slightly nervous. What if I think, oh God.
Oh my gosh, Maddie.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. She is very gorgeous to me. I'm excited
She
for
is
her.
beautiful.
So, here's the parallels here, right? We're just talking about how calories don't matter and cut ourselves a piece of cake to celebrate the fact that they don't. And we're all going to do things in different ways. But I just want to urge you, if you're listening and you find you're the type of person that focuses on calories while you work out, try shutting off your fitness tracker for one of them and just see how you feel after. And see if it gives you a different sense of joy after your workout or a different sense of accomplishment. And, try to just take your head out of it and just go into that workout to enjoy it and go into that workout to feel good, not to, count out one of your meals.
Yeah, just to have a good sweat. And at the end of the sweat, give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a hug, and just say, thank you, body.
Thank you, body. And that's the thing too. I have become so much more grateful for what my body can do normally now that I can't really do anything right now. I'm like, holy shit, I was picking apart, my stomach looks kind of funky today. Like, it's not exactly how I want it to look. And now I'm like, I would literally give my whole entire right foot to be able to just do a squat.
Yeah, exactly.
And, just realize no matter what you look like, your body shape, your body type, what you're eating during a day, your body, if you can get up and walk, if you can breathe, if you can move, then you have something to be grateful for. And let's just bring it back to that basic of like, I just want to move to feel good. I don't want to move to earn something or something like that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. I'm going to take a bite of this cake.
Yeah.
Just so we can, do we want some Asmir? No, I'm just kidding. I hate the sound of people chewing.
Asmir? ASMR, you mean? Yeah. Do you just call it Asmir?
Isn't that what it's called?
ASMR.
It's not, Sam?
Isn't it ASMR? Yeah.
Oh, no.
She just said Asmir. All right.
It's an acronym.
Yeah. So let's move on to this.
What does that stand for?
I don't know.
Okay, ready?
Oh, there it is. There's that Asmir. You kidding me?
Guys, I'm not kidding. On TikTok, I've read it as Asmir this whole time.
Okay. We're going to go into
right.
this or that. This or that. As you guys know, if you...
Oh, my God, that is delicious.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys know, Valentine's Day is coming up, so we did a cute little...
Do you have any funny Valentine's Day stories?
Oh,
I have a good one.
Me? Once when I got roses from 2 different people and I didn't know.
Okay, this is actually,
No. Let me tell it. So this was this was back in college, and I just gone through a breakup.
A nasty.
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much a bad breakup.
It wasn't a great breakup.
No, it wasn't a great breakup.
Okay.
And I was living at home. I moved back home, and I also had just started a kind of new relationship. And on Valentine's Day, I got 2 sets of roses.
No.
from each of these boys, from the ex and from the current.
You need to realize something, okay?
And neither one of them signed the card, so I didn't know who to send pictures to and be like, thank you so much for the flower. Okay.
No.
Maddie, yes.
I need to interrupt, only because this is really what happened. So Carly gets some roses, and she feels pretty certain of like who they're from. The person she was like dating at the time, most likely, right? And I'm home. And let me just remind everyone, I've been single for like every single Valentine's Day, minus like right when I met Nick. That was like the first few Valentine's Day where I was like, oh, I have a significant other. So normally I'm ragingly single, like never knew what it was like to get flowers on an occasion, like had no clue, right? Carly gets one, and I'm like, that's so funny. Like, what is it like for someone to want to go out of their way to send you flowers, whatever? I was over it by the time she finished opening that package. I'm like, whatever. I thought you weren't home when the second
I
bouquet showed up.
I don't think I was home.
I don't think you were home,
living at home,
but you were like out.
Yeah.
And the doorbell rings, and another flower delivery comes, and I'm like, oh my God. Could these be for me? Like, obviously, I'm like, who the fuck would send me these? Because I am not like in any world talking to anybody, but I'm like, oh my God, I have a secret admirer. That's so cute. Who is it addressed to? Fucking Carly. I'm like, no way. No way this is happening. Open it up, dozen roses. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm taking one. Carly's the only person I know that could possibly receive 2 bouquets of flowers from 2 separate people on the same day, both thinking they're like, oh, she definitely loves me still. Like, what? And like, I actually did. To like,
as much as you say Geminis are crazy, boys love the crazy, Maddie.
Boys love
the crazy girls.
Well, I have one other fun story.
Oh, is it about me?
Mm-hmm. It's like, to just emphasize this though, like, I always joke. I'm like, I could be standing next to Carly, and the minute I'm placed next to her, people are like, Carly, oh my God, that's so nice to meet. Like, if it's anyone trying to hit on her, I become invisible.
That's not true.
Oh, no. And I'm not saying like I'm invisible. Oh God. Like, oh no, I find it so incredibly entertaining. Like, it's one of my more favorite pastimes as we've gotten older, because it's so fun, because Carly's like usually not on the market and she's not single. So like, people will be shooting their shot, and I'm just standing there like, how's she going to dodge this one? Like, and it's been since we were like 14. Like, this has started. And I told this story at dinner the other night with both her. Oh, I just spit everywhere. both of her boyfriends were home. And I'm like, so one time, me and Carly go to American Eagle. A few of my friends were with me during the story. So if you're listening, I hope you remember, because it was golden.
I don't remember this. I literally
will never forget it, because my self-esteem plummeted after. And so, we all hate to admit it, we were all mall rats at one point. Be like, can we go to the mall? And like, if we went to the mall, you dress up, you look cute. Like, for what reason other than like, who knows? Sure, whatever. We did it. I looked cute. And Carly's obviously, she's 3 years older than me, so she was definitely like past the mall rat phase when she was with us. So she came in looking.
Chaperoning you guys?
No, you weren't. I don't think you had your license yet. So I think you just like came along for the ride.
Okay. Carly
was like to the point where she's like, I don't really care what I look like at the moment. I'm just going to get a shirt. And obviously I'm like full face of makeup, jeans, like I say I looked cute, but like looking back at what I used to look like when I was in middle school, I had a false sense of confidence that I had no business having. But I look back and I was like, I thought I was so freaking hot. That
your Argyle sweater.
My Argyle sweater with my matching watch. Like, we can provide photos for that later.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm the most stylish bitch up in here.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to like talk to me? So I go up to the cashier, right? And it's a boy, and I'm like, oh, I'm just buying these few things. He's like, okay. It'll be like $6.75. I'm like, okay, whatever. Or no, like $50 because it's American Eagle. I'm like, okay, like batting my eyes. Like, thanks. He's flirting with me. Oh my God. He wasn't. He was like, literally get out of my face. Carly walks up looking like grungy as hell. And she's buying like 2 things, and it probably was like rung up to like $60. And he's like, I don't normally do this, but like, I'll give you my employee discount. And I'm like, what? And she didn't have to pay. Like, she got like 60% off these 2 things. She's like, no, for me? What? No, that's too,
All right.
you're too sweet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and she leaves. She's like, that's so cool that happened. I'm like,
so
fuck
nice.
you. Like, this has happened a couple times. And like, we went to go get COVID tested like a few weeks ago. And she's like, oh my God, what lane did you go in? I'm like, oh, I went in the lane. And she's like, me too. Did the guy compliment your eyes too? I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I pulled up, and she was obviously wearing a mask, and I was giving him my info, and he was like, wow, you have the most beautiful eyes. And she's like, thanks. And I'm like, no, he was actually kind of mean to me. like that is just like, it's the most perfect thing, because this is the shit that happens. I think it's hilarious now. Like, I'm not trying to like give myself self-pity. I don't want anyone to like feel bad for me.
I feel bad for you.
Don't feel bad for me. I live for it. Because Carly's like, yeah, also like, we don't have the same color eyes by any means. Like, they're both blue, but it's not like we have identical eyes just because we're sisters.
I just thought we'd...
She's like, oh, he didn't? I'm like, no, he was like giving me a tune and was like, pull your phone out, like, give me your QR code. I'm like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, how's your day? He's like, fine. I'm like, okay, sorry. Like, so I live for this. I am kind of sad that like I know Carly will probably just like get flowers naturally. Like I miss the spice of like whose bouquet is it? Like who? Well, obviously it's not Maddie's, but like who is it from? For Carly. So
one of the 7.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
My like favorite Valentine's, one of my more favorite ones for me, you know, because I've only had 2 Valentine's Day with a boyfriend. Hey, shout out Nickel. So our first Valentine's Day together, we had only been dating for like 5 minutes. We started dating in like December. Yeah. And then Valentine's Day was coming up, and I need to urge, I was broke college student. I had no money. So I was like, I'll just buy Nick like a Carhartt hat. Like, or it was like kind of an ugly hat. Like, and I thought he would like it, and he's never worn it. I know. I noticed, Nick. You've never worn it. That's fine. Water under the bridge. So I'm like, we don't have to, like, I didn't think he'd get me anything because I tried to stress. I'm like, I hate Valentine's Day. And like, meanwhile, the classic like person, I hate Valentine's Day. I've never had a Valentine ever in my life before this. So I'm like, I hate it. It's stupid. I'm like, don't get me anything. Meanwhile, I bought him something. And then lo and behold, he texted me on Valentine's Day of our first year dating. He's like, check your email. I'm like, what? Why? And it was 2 flights to San Diego, like a trip to San Diego. He's like, happy Valentine's Day. I'm like, well, I'm the worst ever. Like,
I got you $1.
Like, I got you $1. I got you this fugly hat you've never worn. Like, happy Valentine's. I spent $50. You spent like $800 on flights, but who's counting? Like, so, you know, it's not about the gifts, you guys.
No, it's
about
not.
the thought that counts. But like, that's just like to show.
At the end of the day,
all
I want for Valentine's Day is a nice handwritten card saying how much you love me.
That's true. Carly has had a couple tiffs in her life being like, why is there not a freaking card? I just want the card.
I live for cards. I live for like the sentimental. I'm a hoe for carbs and a hoe for cards.
Hard.
Okay, let's go into this or that.
Sorry.
Maddie has done a solo podcasting episode this episode.
I have had just really good stories.
Okay. So Valentine's Day edition, flowers or chocolates?
It's an obvious answer as I'm shoving food into my mouth.
Chocolate. Oh, I say flowers. I'll go buy myself chocolates any day. I'll buy myself either one.
Flowers die, chocolates forever.
It's not. You eat it.
Well, yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like.
Well, this one, 51% to 49%.
Oh, I think these were good ones.
Yeah, flowers.
Close.
Flowers won 136 to 133. Dinner at home or fancy dinner out? So,
I did say dinner out.
So I said dinner out only because I live at home right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had my own house where I could like light candles and play music and like just have it be me and my boyfriend making dinner, I'd probably say nice dinner.
Same. I'm like, get me out.
Yeah, but right now I'm like, get me out of the house.
Love you, mom and dad, but
yes, yeah, but yeah, fancy dinner out for sure. 127 for dinner at home, 146 for fancy dinner out. Wow, cool. Everything's pretty close. Pink or red?
Pink.
I said pink too, but I also love red.
I don't know. It's like red is a spicier version of pink.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
pink's innocent, red is sexy.
Okay. Whoa. We like, okay.
Okay. Sorry. Red.
I was like, I'm sexy, so red. I'm innocent, so I'm going to say pink.
146 for pink, 129 for red. Roses or tulips? Roses.
I think I said tulips, and then I voted. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Like,
57 said tulips.
I do like
Roger said tulips.
Go, Dad.
Roger, you want
feel like-
tulips? We'll get you tulips.
I think Dad would. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's more of a tulip guy.
Well, 215 for roses, 57 for tulips. Gift or no gift?
So
No, you can't justify it. Gift or no gift?
I will say gift, but I feel contradictory because I used to be like, fuck Valentine's Day, no gift. But now I'm like, I think and gifts can be a loose term. A gift can be like a handwritten letter. Like it doesn't have to be like it. I feel like Valentine's Day is the day of like thoughtful gifting.
Exactly.
Like not
a nice picture framed or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not about the amount you spend. It's not about the size.
It's about the thoughtfulness
It's about
behind
like
it.
how much thought did you put into it?
Yeah. Exactly. And Nick knew you always wanted to go to San Diego. So that was a thoughtful gift.
Was a thoughtful
Expensive gift, but thoughtful.
And I was like, I know you love the Boston Red Sox. So I got him a Boston Red Sox hat. Perfect.
It was a Red Sox hat?
I am unfortunately sad about in my defense, at the moment he did want the hat, but he has
never worn
it. So
do you know what's so funny? That I was talking about one of my friends about Valentine's Day, and she just got into a new relationship and they're like super, super happy. And I don't want anyone to look at this as like controversial because like it's literally just like what she said. However, she said the people who care most about Valentine's Day are the people who don't feel appreciated every day. And take a look at that one day of the year that like they really
get the amount of appreciation.
Exactly. And she's like, see, I feel appreciated every single day. So I haven't even paid attention that Valentine's Day is coming up. And I was like, that's so interesting.
You're like, how long have you been dating? No.
But I was like, that is so interesting. And I was like, is that why I like love Valentine's Day? Because I'm like, appreciate me.
I feel like that can be true or untrue. Like some people have significance towards Valentine's Day, but do get yourself a human being, guy, girl, whoever, that treats you like every day is Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
Like, or just not really. Like, I guess like just
I'm sorry.
Appreciate
love
you every day.
Wellness, or are we like going on to the next
relationship? No, don't ask me for relationship advice ever.
You can ask me.
Okay.
I have a lot.
Okay.
I have a lot of experience with relationships.
Don't ask me. I'm a rookie.
Okay, so 165 said gift, 107 said no gift. I would say yes, gift, but thoughtful gift. Like if I just got a card, I'd be chef's kiss, happy.
Chef's kiss, so.
Jewelry or flowers and chocolates.
I will say, if it's jewelry, just save it up for the big thing. Like, I made that joke around Christmas.
For Nick.
Nick was going to get me, I think, a necklace. And I go, just save your money for when it counts. And he was like, you're the worst. I was like, it was half of a joke, but like,
but not really.
I'm not a jewelry person. So like, if someone were to get me jewelry, I'd be like, I appreciate you, but like the only real jewelry I want is going to be like down the road. Like I don't need it. I'd say chocolate.
137 for jewelry, 130 for chocolates and flowers. I'd say chocolates and flowers too. If I were to get proposed to on Valentine's Day weekend, I wouldn't like it.
I keep getting a lot of TikToks being like, the best thing of your life's going to happen this weekend. And I like,
really?
Yeah. Like I've gotten 4 on my For You page being like,
claim this energy.
I'm going to claim this. Like being like, hey, good things are coming for you this weekend. And I'm like, pickle. Something happening? We both live at home.
Not
but
to
like, no better time to get engaged, right?
No,
I'm just kidding.
Not to be confused with pickles.
Oh yeah, pickle. I call Nick, my boyfriend, Pickle, and then we now have a good friend, Pickles.
Yeah,
and
pickles.
That could be confusing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that could. You were like pickle, and I was like, oh god,
not pickles. Just pickle.
So, would you rather celebrate in New York City or Paris?
Petty.
I would say Paris too, like in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Probably
I'm not trying to be picky here, but I would celebrate.
If I had to choose,
yeah.
Pre-pandemic, I would say probably Paris. I've never been to Paris, so I think it's more just like I don't really care to go anywhere special for Valentine's Day. Just take me to Paris like anytime.
Wait, side note, I think it's so funny on TikTok when people are like around people without a mask on, and in the comments people are like in a panoramic, like in a placenta, and like they say shit like that, but they mean pandemic. And it's so they're like, you're doing this in a panoramic.
I know someone said you're doing this in the middle of a pancetta, and I was like
that has me weak when I read those comments.
I'm just not that funny or creative, so like
No, me neither.
I love to read through the TikTok comments. One of my friend Haley, she's really good with TikTok comments. I feel like she gets a lot of likes during hers, and I'll like comment being like Ben Affleck lookalike, and I'm like, why did I comment?
keep that to yourself.
Keep it myself. Happy Valentine's Day to you all.
And happy Valentine's Day, happy Galentine's Day.
Yeah, like just know you do not need a Valentine to be worthy of love. We love you. Other people love you. So just take that day to pamper yourself. Love your freaking self.
Take care of yourself. Buy yourself some chocolates. Buy yourself some flowers.
If you're 21 plus, grab yourself a nice bottle of vino if you like to drink. If you don't, get your favorite beverage. Maybe it's Starbucks. Maybe it's Dunkin'. I don't know what it is. But treat yourself. Don't be afraid to splurge.
Kyle is patiently waiting to dive into this cake.
Dive into this beautiful cake. But
anyways, we are Eat the Damn Cake.
I am Maddie.
I'm Carly.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Comment, subscribe. Please leave us
Thanks
a little
for
baby note on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, the note.
A little baby.
Thanks for coming to our Sweet 16.
We love you. Have a day.